Hey everybody, welcome to Tech Over Coffee,
That's Jeremy.
and that's Jib. So, we're talking about tech news and
Again, I mean, we haven't recorded in, say, a month?
nobody knows the kinds
Nobody-
of gaps that might occur.
I mean, this episode will go out in,
Yeah.
3 weeks anyway.
We'll line them up, they'll look great, and everyone will be happy
Yeah.
that we're back, and we are. We had a good holiday.
Absolutely. Thanksgiving
Everybody
break.
loves Black Friday, the best American consumer holiday.
I
of them
guess
all.
I also have a story about that.
Nice.
So-
Cyber Monday too, right?
Cyber Monday
That's
was-
a lot more like our speed here.
Well, it is, but they didn't really have that many interesting deals on Cyber Monday this year.
No,
so-
it all kind of felt like jumbled together, right?
Yeah.
All pushed into one.
You want a blender or an ice cube maker or something? I mean,
All
nothing
Wi-Fi connected.
Nothing really, amazing. But,
No.
I mean, you still get your deals every now and then. So yeah.
Yeah. I think there were a few the usual suspects had their $100, $200 off their laptops,
of course.
and buy yourself a new phone. I was kind of annoyed because how about Google put $100 off the Pixel
Already?
immediately?
Already? Oh,
It was
wow.
out for a month and then $100 off for Black Friday. So
And you got yourself your
I
Pixel
get
right now.
messed up.
Yeah.
So here's my new Pixel 6 Pro. Finally have that, and it's the one I'm gonna keep because it's bigger and cooler.
Yeah, you got both the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. So
All for the free headphones, honestly.
really.
Because I got the free headphones with the 6 and
Yeah.
then used that for about a week or two. Really liked it. It's also awesome. If you want to get one or the other, the 6 is the better deal.
Right.
But if you got the money to spend, then why not get the Pro? And it turns out I had the money to spend.
You have the money to spend, and
Yeah.
also I'm getting rid of the 6.
Yes, I'm going to sell that.
Yeah.
So if you want it, look on eBay.
It'll be up shortly.
Yeah.
So I guess my kind of interesting Black Friday story is that I was looking for new headphones for myself for Christmas. Just to do some gallivanting around, whatever. I have a pair of
tune out the world.
decent headphones right now, but I could get better, right?
Yeah,
I
always could get better.
I need better, right? And I've always wanted wireless headsets because I've never had a wireless headset before. And so I was looking and doing some research on some headsets. And so what I did is, because I'm a big Logitech fanboy, as I looked on Logitech's website, what all headsets do they have? They have a couple of good headsets, but the one that I was looking at was a Logitech G533.
Okay.
And it's their Pro headset. It's not their Logitech G Pro headset.
Yeah.
It has the Pro drivers in it, but it's a wireless gaming headset.
Pretty cool.
And so it's excellent sound quality and everything like that. And I'm like, man, really want this headset. It's $110, right?
Okay. That's not so bad.
89, 90 bucks on Amazon and Best Buy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I'll get it for myself on Christmas. And so I'm at Walmart doing some grocery shopping, as you do in Mariana, because it's like the biggest thing here besides the college.
To locate us.
Yeah, it's the Walmart.
At the Walmart, you'll find Jib looking for groceries.
Yeah, looking for groceries. And I stopped by the tech area, and they had two G533s on the shelf. And I'm like, I'll go up to the front desk and just see how much this costs,
Yeah.
And I go, hey, buddy, how much does this cost? He scans it, and he's like, oh, it's a pair of good headsets. And he goes, $25. And I'm like, no way.
What?
$25.
How?
For a pair of Pro headsets.
Yeah.
It's because they didn't sell them during Black Friday. It was the day after Black Friday.
Okay, so you had leftover deal
Yeah,
kind of thing.
leftover deals that nobody got because nobody
That's
goes
crazy.
to Walmart for
You should've-
gaming items.
You should have bought both of them.
I should have.
You're not thinking like a scalper.
Because I'm not a scalper, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with our.
Spend the extra $25 and sell them for $50. I mean, come on.
I mean, I can double the profit. I'm netting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're helping Walmart because they just had to get rid of those. They could not let those stay on the shelves.
Yeah, but that's a part of the issue. That's a part of the economy that we're having in the PC world, Jeremy.
Right.
You're not solving the problem. You're being a part of it.
Yes, but you're helping yourself along the way, and that's what everybody wants, right?
Yeah.
So
But I got a pair of really cool.
for $25,
$25.
that's really good.
And you bet I put an insurance policy on that too.
Oh, you wasted your money, Jib.
I wasted
Why?
$2.
Okay, $2. That's not so bad.
Yeah, for 3 years. So.
But I mean, I've never actually been able to make use of one of those insurance.
Walmart's got a special deal on it, so I don't.
I guess
really...
you just get to walk into Walmart and be like, give me another one.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, that's pretty
another
good.
3 years. So
That's like a Harbor Freight kind of deal. Like if you've never been to Harbor Freight, I mean, not really tech related here. They've got some tech, but it's mostly
machines
tools.
and tools.
So what's really cool about them, if you've got their like lifetime warranty, it's legit lifetime warranty. You break it, you walk in, hand them the broken tool, and you walk back to the shelf and get a new one and leave. So they're pretty legit.
It's a generous policy.
It's because they make so much money off of the stuff that they sell that they can do that. But it's, I guess, Walmart's working out.
Walmart kind of does the same thing, I suppose. But
Yeah,
So,
for some things at least.
yeah.
So on to our actual tech topics.
Yeah, that
right?
was just, side ramble.
A personal aside.
Yeah.
Jib hitting the Black Friday and
Absolutely.
me needing to sell a phone.
That's the only thing I bought other than LED lights. So.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of LED lights?
Oh, I got light.
I love LEDs.
Light strips for my house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
So
Where
they're
are you setting them
programmable via Google Home. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
I got
have a Google Home?
yes, I do.
You let Google into your home?
No.
Oh, I see.
Interesting story. I'm sure I'll save it for later because it's
Sure.
gonna be it's funny.
Big thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't use a Nest. I'll just say that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, on to our news. We've got a couple cool things. I think I want to lead with our 3D printing topic of the day because we love 3D printing here.
We have one in the office. We're planning on getting another one.
Yep. I just got done with doing some resin printing for my sister. She was
nice.
in for the holidays and said, "Hey, I want some spikes for a friend." It's like, sure, we can print that.
Spikes for a friend.
Yeah, hey, it's how it goes.
Yeah.
You need some spikes, you 3D print them. And if you happen to need a prosthetic eye,
Oh.
happens that now you can get those 3D printed as well.
Was it 3D printed or casted?
I think it was 3D. It was actually 3D printed. I mean, I don't know if they went further with that, but it's actually in a patient. I think a UK citizen.
3D printing an eye, huh? I don't know, what would happen with like all the edges on that, or do they sand
Oh, that's
that
the thing.
down, or-
You do. It's of course going to be resin printed.
Of course.
It's not going to be your standard like PLA or
Yeah.
something like that. Like you got to make it really, really small, really.
But even
like,
with
unique.
like small little like edges and dimples on that too.
Yeah,
is
I mean I'm sure they had it figured out.
Yeah.
Right.
What they could cover it up with like some like gloss or whatever.
Well, I know that it's a big step up from the olden days of using wood or glass.
Yeah.
I mean, glass is one thing, but like
heavy.
it's not very realistic.
Yeah.
You have to like hand paint and like and it's like wears out.
I mean,
and it's,
there are a couple of companies out there that you'd be shocked about how realistic their
Oh, yeah.
prosthetic eyes can look. But
yeah, of course.
jump in technology now is we're actually 3D printing them. So.
Yeah. Well, a lot of things are that way.
Yeah.
You have 3D printing as an actual part of the like full design and manufacturing process now. It's like I'm really thinking that that's the way forward for U.S. manufacturing.
Right.
Is not your standard assembly line building something, but like a more like pop-up industry of people buying very expensive 3D printers to make things for people in a rapid fashion.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I already talked about this on the podcast before, but we use 3D printers to 3D print rocket ships.
Yeah.
And they're going up next year. So just as a trial run, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean,
well, 3D printing and rocketry has been like a big thing for a long time,
Yeah.
especially in prototyping. I mean, mainly prototyping, but it's like now getting good enough that you can use it in actual production.
Right.
And it's quick enough that you can just like, create a part that's very comparable to like standard like injection molding. So it's a pretty big jump there to actually now it's like, you've had prosthetics being made with 3D printing for a long time.
Yeah.
But that's things like, hands and like arms and things like that.
Of course.
But to, a more intimate prosthetic, I think would be, it's
actually like more developed and
Yeah.
has more technology behind it.
and then also able to, I'd imagine, be much more unique to the person. So it's not like you've got some mass manufactured size. It's like exactly the size for you.
That the new real life DLC coming in, you can customize your own prosthetic eyes.
Make your own eyes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want a different perfect size for you? We've got it. And
Hold
it's
on.
special colors.
Hold on
and
real quick. I
everything.
don't have the green eye DLC
Yeah,
yet.
sorry, that's an extra cost. Well, here's the free eyes. It's
Yeah.
just blank. So other news, we've got some cool gaming stuff
Right.
that's going on.
Always.
Gotta love our gaming topics because it's close to home. Everyone knows it.
Big game sale just happened on Steam, and I'm pretty sure Microsoft Store and PlayStation
Steam,
Store as well.
like Black Friday, like winter sale stuff.
So
they had all as usual. I think I've got everything on Steam
I guess
at this point.
The heads up there before we get into this topic is that if you guys miss the Black Friday sale or the Thanksgiving sale, don't worry. Winter sale's coming around. They always do another sale every season, so you're never missing.
Yeah, it's actually literally every 3 to 4 months. It's like every quarter or something like that. So you've got a massive sale that's pretty much the same.
Yep.
You're not really kind of missing out there.
Yeah.
So we've got some old school gaming decompilation that's happened. So we've actually got about, I think, was it 2019, 2020, you had Mario 64.
On the Nintendo Switch, correct?
Well, no, so we're talking about like emulation.
Emulation of PC.
Yeah, so on PC.
Oh, wow.
So Mario 64 was like fully like translated, decompiled, and like recoded to work, I think, in like C. Or C# or something like that.
Wait, like completely decompiled the whole game and programmed it into another language?
Full game, like took it from the like Nintendo 64 machine code and to like modern computable like software.
That's
Huge.
wild.
Now, so they did that after a lot of like work and effort, and they actually released like the PC port for Mario 64, which is really cool. So now you've got the progression of that with Ocarina of Time.
One of my favorite Zelda games of all time.
Yeah, Nintendo 64 classic, everyone loves. There's been a decompiling team that's been working on it for a long time now, that have been like hard at work, and they finally fully, completely like reverse engineered the game. It's not like ported yet, but you do have like you're able to now recreate the ROM using.
It's not ported into a full.
Yeah,
game.
You're not able to just run it like on Windows.
You have to find an emulator.
But yeah, what you can do now is run the code that they've created, because they've basically fully recreated the source code. Because it's not like it was available. Like you didn't just have that from Nintendo. They obviously would never release that, right?
Right.
So they, through a series of old leaks, like there were some source code leaks, there were like other files and things that they had got from like, I think, developer ROMs and stuff, and then they've now fully reverse engineered it like to human readable code, and combined that with the like graphics assets from the existing ROMs that are easy to like pull out. You can have like the graphics and the maps and all that stuff very easily, but to now you can then like take all of that and compile it into a working ROM that will play on a Nintendo 64 if you load it onto a cart, I believe. So,
but you can't play it on PC yet.
You can't play it on PC without an emulator.
Right.
But the possibilities are now open. You can actually do much bigger and more expensive Ocarina of Time modding.
Oh, you can mod the game.
Yeah, I mean, there've been like the ability to make like randomizers and stuff like that. But it's like it's now fully open to whatever you could really think of.
I wonder what the kind of legal scale is on that.
Oh, well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that it's all out there.
Yeah.
And it's been done in a way that, like, as long as you own the game, it's cool. And it's nothing. I don't think they've done it in a way that's legal. It's not like they've, they've. I don't know. I mean, Nintendo could probably be like, hey, you can't do that, but it's on the internet, so you can't really take it away. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not here to tell you what's.
There's always a link somewhere,
Right, and it's been a group effort by a lot of interested fans. And while Nintendo is known to like really take down fan projects, there's really nothing that they can really do when it's like, hey, we've released like our own custom written code that belongs to us. That just happens to create your game.
Weirdly fickle at times. It's like you don't know what you're gonna end up with.
Nintend's pretty rough. Honestly, they've had a long history of messing with fan projects, and will fully like pull support from like tournaments and certain fighting games, and Nintendo's not necessarily a friend of custom content. But in this situation, I think there's nothing they can really do. I mean,
they completely recreated code that wasn't originally designed by Nintendo.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Just, emulated onto a different type of
and
language.
it's not like they're releasing any of Nintendo's assets either. So it's kind of a freedom of speech thing because it's just text.
That's weird.
And text is protected under freedom of speech and, writing and whatnot.
Because it's not technically Nintendo's IP because they emulated the code.
Yeah, right. Because they wrote all of it themselves.
That is a loophole if I've ever seen one.
I mean, it is reverse engineering, and that's how that works. I mean, if you go and you take someone else's software and you figure out how to write it on your own, you just see what it does, you create like your own version of it, then it's all legit. It's just how code works. It's actually a really cool thing.
Yeah.
And me personally, I don't really totally support the system behind like copyrights and patents and things anyway. To be completely honest, I mean,
as long as
you have to respect them by the law.
Yeah.
But like, I do believe that laws should and can be changed.
I believe in fair use.
Fair use is a big important aspect of actually being able to make and create new things.
I mean, on that kind of topic, I suppose, there was recently like a Japanese YouTuber that got arrested in Japan for making like movie reviews.
Wow.
And so he got there's a whole team of them, and they all got fined like $100,000 each. And then they got sentenced to jail for like 2 to 4 years, I think, depending on who.
And
was
is this
developing.
because they used actual like
small
scenes and cuts from the movies?
They use small screenshots and like 10-second movie clips. But the issue here is that they don't have fair use laws in Japan.
Right.
But,
yeah. So they're looking at this using a platform that is like global.
Yeah.
That so you have content creators in the United States that could do that exact thing and be completely fine, or just be like worst case scenario, you get like a copyright strike or you lose your advertising revenue to the company.
And even then you can get that renewed.
Yeah. I mean, usually you can lose some value there, but like there's a process to try to like fight through it.
Yeah.
Where if you're in another country where you don't have the same protections,
absolutely,
then you're in a lot worse of a position, aren't you? And that's terrible.
But that's just how like important fair use is. That we're even talking about it now. It's how important fair use is, especially not only in like the gaming atmosphere, but as well as in media creation and stuff like that.
Almost everything, really. I mean, when you consider that like manufacturing, everything involved in business, technology, everything around that, being able to use someone's idea in a fair way. And
still respecting it,
Yeah, and it's not like they were showing the whole movie, and that's the thing that they're doing is they're protecting the interests of the movie creators. When the reality is that people that do that just provide advertising.
All I'm saying is that if CinemaSins existed inside of Japan, they'd be screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole industry of like YouTube content creators that surround, making content off of other content. So it's like, and it doesn't take away from that content. It almost makes a loop of people that watch this and then watch the original content because I want to see what that came from. I mean, look at the entire like meme space, using something else. Like you couldn't have that
without republishing, retweeting.
Without taking a screenshot from a movie or a TV show and like putting your own spin. Like the fact that these guys have to go to jail over something like that is terrible. I really feel for them.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do?
But on a happier note.
I
suppose it's a happier note, I guess, really.
Jack Dorsey retired.
Yeah, CEO of Twitter.
And announced
did he retire or did he step down?
So how do you describe that? I mean, he definitely wasn't fired because he like chose to do it himself.
Yeah.
Would you call it a resignation? He's not. He's still part of the company, right?
I'm unsure. I think they were trying to get him onto the
like
chair.
Board of directors.
They were trying to get him a chair. But I don't think that he just wants to step away from Twitter because he's the owner of Square.
Yeah, right.
He's
got a lot of other focuses.
He's kind of heading on that. Twitter is a bit of it's a bit of a dead bird, if you will, for him.
Yeah.
He's not going to keep beating that much longer.
Right. And anyways, it's something that like I understand Twitter's kind of been running itself for a long time anyway. I mean, does Twitter actually make money at this point?
They do, I think, a lot. They do make money on advertisements. actually like on their main page, but I don't know how does Twitter make money?
Oh yeah, it's definitely advertisements and sponsorships and things like that.
Well, you don't really see sponsorships much from them anyway. It's mostly just advertisements.
There are, I guess it is just mostly advertising, isn't it?
It's weird.
I mean, the same sort of thing as Facebook, right? They like can gather information on people and target,
sell it. That's
target
fair.
ads. Yeah. So, but anyways, so Jack Dorsey's he's done.
Yeah.
Out of there, and they're currently waiting on finding a new CEO.
Are they? No. He actually have a new CEO. I forgot who it is.
Oh, they've already figured that out.
I'm pretty sure it was the chair under him that's taking the position.
Okay. That makes sense.
What's the other one? CTO or something like that?
It'd be the chief technical officer.
Maybe.
Yeah. Possibly.
Because the dude who's taking his position now was an engineering spot.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, yeah.
I mean, for a website, right, you want your, the guy running things to be, understanding of how the website actually works.
Absolutely. I forgot what his name is.
We should have that information, but we don't.
Yep. That's on your phone right there.
Yeah,
Nah,
who's going to do
anyway,
that?
So,
I think it's been a good podcast
yeah,
today.
it has. Yeah.
Happy being back, guys.
Really chill. We should really, come back within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
so,
we definitely will. We always will. Forever.
We're always around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Bye.